morning children. Today we are going to learn the lesson life in the temperate zone. Life in the temperate zone. Already we learned the life in the equatorial region, life in the equatorial region and life in the polar region. Already we are completed. Now today we are going to know about the life in the temperate zone. Temperate zone. Which place is temperate zone? From 0 degrees to 23.5 degrees on both sides. Here it is the 0 degrees, 23.5 degrees north, and here it is 23.5 degrees south, and here is the Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle. It is 66.5 degrees north, 66.5 degrees south, and here it is 90 degrees. Here also 90 degrees north pole. Here it is south pole. Okay children, it is the middle of the earth. The middle of the earth, an imaginary line passing the middle of the earth, it is an equator which is dividing the earth into two equal halves. One is the northern hemisphere from 0 degrees to 90 degrees north. Northern hemisphere, north side half part of the earth. Okay now, and from 0 degrees to south pole, it is a southern hemisphere. Okay, these are the two hemispheres. From 0 degrees to 90 degrees north is northern hemisphere. From 0 degrees to south pole, southern hemisphere. What are poles? The two end points. The two end points of the earth are called as poles. The two end points of the earth are called as poles. Okay, from 0 degrees to 90 degrees north, northern hemisphere. From 0 degrees to 90 degrees south is a southern hemisphere. These are the two equal halves of the earth which is divided by the equator on the 0 degrees. Okay now, and according to the heat of the sun received by the earth, according the heat of the sun which receives by the earth has been divided into three climatic zones or three heat zones of the earth. How it has been divided? The earth which is the heat of the sun receives by the earth, according to the heat of the sun which is received by the earth, that has been divided into three climatic zones or three heat zones of the earth. First one is tropical zone. Tropical or torrid zone. Tropical or torrid zone. Already we are completed this. Once again I am repeating this one. Why? Because you are not there in front of us. When we are repeating, then some words will be feed in your mind. Okay children? Don't think otherwise. Okay? When we are repeating again and again, it will be feed in your mind. We are thinking like that. Okay? These are the three heat zones of the earth. Three heat zones are climatic zones of the earth. Three heat zones. Just you should copy in your rough notes whatever we are writing on the board. Okay? First one is the tropical or torrid zone. It is from 0 degrees to 23.5 degrees are north and south. North and south. It is a tropical or torrid zone. Being near to the equator, the 0 degrees to 23.5 degrees, these both tropics. Tropic of Cancer and the 23.5 degrees north. Tropic of Capricorn, the 23.5 degrees south. These are given the names of tropics. Then this place is called a tropical zone. Being near to the equator, the places here are receiving very heat of the sun. Why? Because on the equator, the sun rays falls straightly, brightly near the places which are there in the equator. Those places are called a tropical or torrid zone. The climate in this place is very hot and very hot. Hot and humid. Very hot and humid. Okay na? Very hot and humid. And one more is from 23.5 degrees. Second one is 23.5 degrees to 66.5 degrees. It is the temperate zone. You should copy in your rough notes. Temperate zone. From which place to which place, Amma? From 23.5 degrees to 66.5 degrees on both sides, on north and south. Okay, na? North and south. From 23.5 degrees to 66.5 degrees on both sides of the earth. These places from here to here we are written on 23.5 degrees and 66 and this place is called a temperate zone. Temperate zone. This is a tropical zone. And this side also, okay? And this 23.5 degrees to 66.5 degrees place is called a temperate zone. This place, this 23.5 degrees to 66.5 degrees is not very near to the equator, not very near to the poles. It means not very hot, not very cool. Being near to the equator, the climate is very hot. Being near to the poles, the climate is very cool. These temperate zone from 23.5 degrees to 66.5 degrees on both sides. This place is not very near to the poles, not very near to the equator. Then the climate is not very hot, not very cool. The climate here is moderate. Moderate ante normal ga, which is very suitable for us. Okay na? The climate here is moderate. Moderate ante normal amma. Mari ekkuva kaakunda, mari vedi ekkuva kaakunda, mari chali ekkuva kaakunda. The climate is not very hot, not very cool. Okay? The climate in this place in the temperate zone, which lie between the 23.5 degrees to 66. And one more is the third one is the polar zone. Polar zone. This place lies from 66.5 degrees to 90 degrees on both sides, north and south. Here, polar zone, okay? This is the polar zone. Being near to the poles cannot get the heat of the sun straightly. The heat of the sun in this poles gets slanting ante etavaluga. Enduku? Why? Because the earth is not at the same on every place. It is round like a ball, which is in front of the sun. It can receive the straight sunlight. Which are near to the poles, it can get the rays of the sun as slantingly. Then these poles cannot get the warmth of heat of the sun. Always these poles has been covered with ice. Okay na? These places are covered with ice because then these places are very cool places. The cold places of the world. In these places from 66.5 degrees to 90 degrees on both sides, it is a polar zone. Being near to the pole, the climate is very cold. Very cold. Okay? And in fifth lesson we are completed this tropical. Fourth lesson we are completed the tropical zone. 23.5 degrees to 0 degrees to 23.5 degrees. It is a equatorial region. And fifth lesson we are completed the polar zone. Okay na? Polar zone. It is from 66.5 degrees to 90 degrees on both sides. Now we are going to know about the temperate zone. Temperate zone, which is temperate zone, lies in between from 23.5 degrees to degrees. Life in the grasslands also we can call it life in the grasslands. Okay na? Life in the grasslands. Where it can grow very well in the temperate zone. Why? Because the climate is suitable for growing these grasslands. Grasslands are mostly found in the temperate zone. Temperate zone at 23.5 degrees to 66.5 degrees, which is not very near to the equator, which is not very near to the poles. It is a temperate zone. Already the 23.5 degrees to 66.5 degrees on both sides. The areas between the Arctic Circle and the Tropic of Cancer. From Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degrees north to Arctic Circle on the 66.5 degrees north, and from 23.5 degrees south, Tropic of Capricorn, and the 66.5 degrees south, Antarctic Circle. From Tropic of Cancer to Arctic Circle, from Tropic of Capricorn to Antarctic Circle. These places, the areas between the Arctic Circle and the Tropic of Cancer in the northern hemisphere, and the Antarctic Circle and the Tropic of Capricorn in the southern hemisphere are the temperate zones. The temperature here is either too hot or too cold. The rainfall is moderate. The vegetation consists of short grasses. Here is the vegetation is as a grass gaddi laga perugutundi, ekku gaddi perugutundi ikkada. There are no trees found here. Why? Because here is too hot or too cold. Mari ekkuva vedi ledu, ekkuva chali ledu, kabatti pedda pedda chetlu. Hot and humid climate is very good for evergreen forest, equatorial forest. Here is not very cool, not very hot. Only the grass, big grasslands we can found in this temperate zone. The grasslands, okay na? The rainfall is moderate, normal rainfall. There is no trees we can find here. These grasslands are called by various names in different parts of the world, which in the 23.5 degrees to 66.5 degrees in the different countries. In those places, the grasslands can be grown in the different parts of the world. They have different names in the different countries. What are the names of these grasslands? Let us know about this. In North America, here it is. In North America, prairies. In South America, pampas. And South Africa, veld. And Australia, downs. And in fifth, in Russia, steppes. Okay, these grasslands can be grown in the different countries, means which are located between the 23.5 degrees to 66.5 degrees on the both sides of the every country can be grown this type of grasslands. Why? Because these not very cool, not very hot climate in the temperate zone, between which lies between the 23.5 degrees to 66.5 degrees on both sides of the earth. These places are called the temperate zones. In these places, the grasslands can be grown. There is no trees are found here. These grasslands are being called in the different names of the different countries. Okay, na? Those are names of the different countries. In North America, those are called as the prairies. If it is possible, you can copy all these things what I have written on the board. It is very important to you. And in North America, prairies. While listening the lesson, you should copy what we are writing on the board. Okay na? And in North America, the name of these grasslands, prairies. In South America, pampas. South Africa, velds. Australia, downs. Russia, steppes. These are the different names of the grasslands in the different countries. Okay, these are the grasslands are same, which are growing between the temperate zone, which lies 23.5 degrees to 66.5 degrees in the different countries. But it has given the different names of the different countries. In North America, prairies. South America, pampas. South Africa, velds. Australia, downs. Russia, steppes. These are the names of the different countries of the grasslands. Temperate grasslands of the earth. Here it is, which we are seeing in this textbook, this red color. These are the grasslands we can found in the different parts of the world, different countries. Okay, here it is. South America lo ekkada chudandi. These are the pampas, red color. In every country, it is there in the 23.5 degrees to 66.5 degrees. These are given the different names. In North America, it is prairies. These are the pampas, and these are the Russia steppes. In Africa, it is a veld. Australia, downs. These are the grasslands which we can found in the different countries. Okay, red color. These are the grasslands which we found in the temperate zone. Okay, children, temperate grasslands of the world. Let us go through the page number 44. The grasslands of the northern hemisphere are different from the southern hemisphere. The grasslands which are grown in the northern hemisphere, and from 0 degrees to 90 degrees north pole, it is a northern hemisphere. And from 0 degrees to 90 degrees south pole, it is a southern hemisphere. These are the grasslands which are there in the northern hemisphere and in the southern hemisphere. These are the lot of difference from the northern hemisphere to southern hemisphere. The grasslands which are grown in the northern hemisphere and in the southern hemisphere, there is a lot of difference of the grasslands. The grasslands of the northern hemisphere, it is the prairies and steppes, lie in higher latitude compared to the ones in the southern hemisphere. It is the pampas and velds. చూడండమ్మా, ఇగో పైన ఉన్నాయి, పైన భాగంలో ఉన్నాయి మొత్తం నార్దన్ వస్తుంది. అడుగు భాగంలో ఈక్వేటర్ పాసెస్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది మనకి ఇక్కడ? హియర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద ఈక్వేటర్ పైన ఉన్నంత నార్దర్న్ హెమిస్ఫియర్ ఈక్వేటర్. ఇది ఇక్కడ ఈక్వేటర్, విచ్ ఇస్ ద ఎర్త్ హ్యాస్ బీన్ డివైడెడ్ ఇంటూ 2 parts. ఇది ఈక్వేటర్ కి పైన ఉంది మొత్తం నార్దర్న్ హెమిస్ఫియర్, ఈక్వేటర్ కి అడుగు భాగంలో ఉంది మొత్తము సదర్న్ హెమిస్ఫియర్. ద గ్రాస్లాండ్స్ విచ్ ఆర్ లొకేటెడ్ ఇన్ ద నార్థర్న్ హెమిస్ఫియర్, ఏమేంటది? నార్త్ అమెరికాలో ఉన్న ప్రేరీస్ అండ్ రష్యాలో ఉన్న స్టెప్స్. దీస్ ఆర్ లొకేటెడ్ ఇన్ ద నార్థర్న్ హెమిస్ఫియర్. డిఫర్ ఫ్రమ్ ద విచ్ ఆర్ లొకేటెడ్ ఇన్ ద సదర్న్ హెమిస్ఫియర్ లో ఏదైతే మనకు సౌత్ ఆఫ్రికాలో వేల్స్, సౌత్ అమెరికాలో ఏది? సౌత్ అమెరికాలో పాపాస్ అండ్ డౌన్స్. దీస్ ఆర్ డిఫర్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ northern hemisphere grasslands and this southern hemisphere grassland. What is the difference? Let us see. The grasslands of the northern hemisphere are different from the southern hemisphere. The grasslands of the northern hemisphere, it is the prairies and the steppes lie in higher altitude compared to the ones in the southern hemisphere. It is the pampas, the velds and the downs. That is why crops can be grown in the warmer months in the northern hemisphere. Why? Because in the warmer months, summer season lo, some crops can be grown in the northern hemisphere grasslands. Northern hemisphere lo unna grasslands enti? Prairies in North America, velds in Russia, steppes in Russia. These are the two grasslands in the northern hemisphere. It can be grown, some crops, some type of crops in the warmer months. Okay na? And climate, the grasslands of the northern hemisphere experience extreme climate. The summers are hot while the winters are very cold. Such a climate is also termed as continental climate. Here the northern hemisphere, the climate in the summer is very hot. The climate in the winter is very cool. The climate here is very extreme climate. It is very harsh climate. It is also called as a continental climate. It is also called as a continental climate. Sometimes hot winds called. హాట్ విండ్స్ మనకు సమ్మర్లో కామన్గా ఎప్పుడైతే ఎండాకాలంలో ఈదురు గాలులు వస్తుంటాయి చూడండి, అప్పుడు అది ఏం చేస్తుంది, ఆ గాలులతో పాటు ఏదైతే అట్మాస్ఫియర్లో ఉన్న హీట్నెస్ని ఆ గాలితో పాటు లాక్కొస్తుంది. దోస్ హాట్ విండ్స్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ నార్థన్ హెమిస్ఫియర్ ఇన్ ద సమ్మర్ సీజన్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్, దీస్ హాట్ విండ్స్ ఏమంటారంటే చినోక్. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్? చినోక్. మనకు సమ్మర్ సీజన్లో చూడండి వేడి గాలులు వచ్చి తగులుతుంటాయి. గాలి వస్తుంది కానీ ఆ గాలి ఎలా ఉంటుంది? ఇట్ కన్సిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ హీట్ ఆఫ్ ద అట్మాస్ఫియర్, హీట్ ఆఫ్ ద సన్ ఇన్ ద అట్మాస్ఫియర్. అట్మాస్ఫియర్లో ఆ వేడి ఎక్కువగా ఉండడం వల్ల మనకు గాలి వచ్చిన వేడిగానే తగులుతుంది. అదే ఈవినింగ్ అవర్స్లో when we get this breeze, it is very pleasant breeze. Then only we can go out in the summer season to get the pleasant air. ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ వెళ్దామా, ఆఫ్టర్నూన్లో మనం ఇంట్లో డోర్ తీసి పెట్టినా కానీ ఎండ గాలి వేడి గాలి తగులుతుంది. ఓకేనా? దీస్ హాట్ విండ్స్ ఆఫ్ ద నార్థన్ హెమిస్ఫియర్ in the temperate zone are called Chinook. Blow in spring over the prairies. These help to melt the snow and facilitate the farmers to grow wheat and graze the cattle. మనకు ఎలా ఈ నార్థన్ హెమిస్ఫియర్ లో ఎలా పెరుగుతున్నాయి పంటలు అంటే, ఏదైతే ఇక్కడ మనకి సమ్మర్స్ హాట్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ మెల్ట్ ద స్నో అండ్ ఫెసిలిటేట్ ద ఫార్మర్స్ టు గ్రో. ఏదైతే మనకి ఇక్కడ వేడిగాలు రావడం వల్ల ఇక్కడ ఉన్న ఈ మంచు melt into water, those can be help to farmers to grow some types of crops here. Okay na? Chinook, snow and facilitate the farmers to grow wheat and graze the cattle. Graze the cattle అంటే వాటికి మనము పెంపకానికి కానీ వాటికి తిండి పెట్టడానికి కానీ, క్యాటిల్ అంటే పశువులు. In the southern hemisphere, the climate in the grasslands is moderate, as these are located near the coast. Thus, the climate here remains pleasant throughout the year. The southern hemisphere lies near the coastal areas. Kabatti, ikkada not very hot, not very cool. Always the climate is very pleasant in the southern hemisphere of the these steppes, these downs and pampas and wells. Okay, na? These pampas, wells and downs are located in the southern hemisphere of the temperate zone. Is it clear? From 0 degrees to 23.5 degrees is called a tropical zone or torrid zone. The climate here it is very hot and humid. From 23.5 degrees to 66.5 degrees on north and south side is called a temperate zone. The climate here it is normal. And from being near to the poles, from 66.5 degrees to 90 degrees on both sides, these places are called a polar region. It is a freezed zone la untundannamata. It is always covered with ice. Okay na? These are the tropical zone, temperate zone, polar zone. These are the three heat zones of the earth. These in this temperate zone, so many grasslands are we can found here. There is no trees. These are the different names in the different parts of the world. In North America, prairies. In South America, pampas. South Africa, wells. Australia, downs. Russia, steppes. Which they feel in the summer season, the hot winds which they blow in summer season, those winds are called a Chinook. If it is possible, you can copy all those things what we are written on the board. Thank you, children. Good.